Hey guys, welcome back. If you read the description box of my last video, then you know that I already filmed this look that I'm about to do, and then I edited the whole thing, and then I deleted it, and it's lost and gone forever. I'm also testing out a new microphone that I have. I've noticed that my videos get kind of like echoey, not echoey, but just you can tell that I'm in a room that has absolutely no carpeting and no insulation because I'm not that rich yet. So hopefully the sound is a little bit better. But what I'm going to do is a look that I posted last week, and it is using the Just My Luck palette and the Spring 2019 Sweet Talk palette, both by ColourPop. Both are awesome, both are amazing. I love them so, so much. I actually talked all about them in that last video. That's gone forever. So anyway, sorry I look crazy. Sorry for the hair. This is how you get me, guys, because I'm just so sad that I have to refilm this video. But that doesn't mean that I'm not going to put 100% in. I am doing a peridot, copper, and navy look. So I went on Facebook and I was like, guys, give me some fun color combinations. I just wanted to know like what my friends were thinking would be awesome color combos. I get stuck in a rut. I think we all kind of get stuck in a rut, right? You just pull out the same palette over and over again, and you just do that same warm, neutral look that is just so cozy and comfy, and it's the one that you do all the time. So I was like, give me some colors and I will do a look. So this is the one that stuck out to me the most. This is from my friend Jonathan McBride, and he and I were best friends back in college, and we have like reconnected, and it's so awesome. He lives in Seattle. He is like a major wine connoisseur, and anyways, I just love him to pieces. So he recommended peridot, which is a green color. It's not quite lime, and it's not quite not lime. I don't know how to describe it. Just Google it yourselves. And then also copper, we know, and navy, we also know. Magic. So I'm going to be using these for the first time, right? And then for the copper color, I am going into the Anastasia Prism palette, and I'm pulling out this one, which is Eternal, for that copper color. So let's get started. So the first color I'm gonna pull out of this ColourPop Sweet Talk palette is Catch Me. And it is just a nice neutral color. As you can see, I've already done my brows, and my brows, as always, ColourPop Precision Brow Pencil. I love the Precision Brow Pencil. I stand for it. It's so good, guys, and it's $5. How can I not keep buying it over and over and over again? I can't. So I'm just gonna go in with Catch Me all over the lid. What I really like about this Just My Luck palette is that it also has a mirror. So y'all won me over with this one. But it's funny because I was talking to a friend a little bit ago, and I was like, you know, the thing is nobody has a green palette. Everyone does purples or pinks, but I think everyone's scared of greens. And I really just wanted an all green palette. And I kid you not, like the next day, ColourPop was like, hey, guess what? We have an all green palette for St. Patrick's Day. And I was like, mind blown. And my friend actually messaged me and she was like, Mary, all green palette. And I was like, I know. So the next color that I'm going to pull out is going to be Work It. And it is this orange shade. It really reminds me of Orange Soda by Anastasia Beverly Hills. I don't know if you guys are familiar, but that shadow kind of pops up in nearly every single Anastasia palette, I feel like. So I need to do like a dupe, see if they are actually similar, but at the very least it really reminds me of Orange Soda. It's just a nice light orange that works really nicely in the crease. I think people get scared at the idea of using orange in the crease, right? Because it's orange, but it comes off once you layer all the other shadows as being pretty neutral. So don't ever be scared of orange eyeshadow. Just don't ever be scared of it. So you've got that nicely in the crease. And then the next thing that I'm going to do is pull out West Side. That's this nice medium brown, beige, tan color, whatever you want to call it. And I'm gonna throw that in the crease just underneath that orange shadow. And then finally, I'm going to take this Feel Fine shadow. It's like a nice burgundy color, And I am going to deepen up just the outer corner, I like it, of the crease, just a little bit more. I like to deepen things up as much as I can. I don't know, I just like to have the variety of colors. Somebody asked me recently how many eyeshadows I use per look, and I was like, honestly, about 4, but it can also get up to like 6. And they were like, that's insane, and I was like, I know. So as you can see, I'm just focusing it on the outer corner section. I don't want it to go all the way in here because I am going to be throwing shadow all over the lid. So first of all, it's kind of pointless. But second of all, I don't want my eye to look sunken in, if that makes sense. So, just gonna do a little blend. So the upside, I guess, and the only upside to refilming a video is that I know everything that I did to make the other video annoyingly long, and I'm just not gonna do it. But I am sorry to say that you're not going to get my full Marvel rundown, nor are you going to hear all about Ben Platt. So, really sorry guys. But I just made the video too long. Like seriously, it made it like an hour. So I'm gonna go in with this gorgeous color right here. It's called Mary Jane. And then I'm going to include a little bit of Big Bank. So those two colors together I think are gonna make the most effective peridot shade. I'm gonna pull out my trusty, not clean eye brush. Y'all don't be like me. Wash your brushes more frequently. But I think honestly the thing is, I am always, like forever cleaning client brushes, and so then when it comes to my personal brushes, I'm like, forget it, I don't even need to. I know that's gross, I know that I'm a bad person, but when you clean client brushes over and over and over again, trust, you do not want to clean your own personal brushes. Alrighty, so this color, Mary Jane, which I think is named for marijuana. Oh my gosh. COLOURPOP. Being so bad. As you can see, this is gorgeous, but when I did it the first time, it just comes off a little bit too much like chartreuse, which is in another color combination a different friend gave me. So I don't want this to feel the same as that look. So that's why I'm throwing on that Big Banks color. It's just going to kind of neutralize the overall lime greenness. And also peridot is darker than lime green. So it just works out better. So I'm just gonna combine those two shades, and I think it looks really gorgeous. It's still vibrant without being the wrong shade, is basically what I'm saying. Okay, so like how gorgeous is that? Look at that. Ooh, ooh. And then what I'm gonna do is I am going to throw copper on the outer corner. And I know that probably a lot of you are thinking, wow, why aren't you doing the navy on the outer corner? And I will explain that a little bit later. But I'm going to just grab this Eternal from the Anastasia Beverly Hills palette, and I'm gonna throw it on the outer corner. And I know that sounds a little bit crazy. I know, it makes sense that I would do the navy blue there, but I am just full of surprises. Unless you're me and you've already filmed this video and then there are 0 surprises happening. You know everything that happened and exactly how it turns out. So, just so you guys know, the reason my videos are not like the most profesh videos in the world is because I don't have amazing editing equipment yet or a program. I'm just not quite there. I barely know what I'm doing to begin with. So I film everything on my iPhone, and then, bless my heart, I edit everything on my iPhone too. Alrighty, we're gonna go into the lower lash line. I think that I can still talk a little bit about Marvel, right? We can still talk about Marvel. I look like this. I have to redeem myself somehow. But I am going to take West Side and, yeah, I'm gonna take the West Side, just the West Side, and I'm gonna apply this along the lower lash line. So yeah, let's talk about Marvel a little bit. So I still haven't seen Captain Marvel, which is a sad thing. I know, everybody feel bad for me. I feel bad for me. I don't know why. I think my husband, I was really hoping that my husband and I could see it today, but then we forgot that we've got a neighborhood party going on tonight, and so we had some stuff to do in the yard, and I wanted to go to the farmer's market, and anyways, long story short, I think we're gonna get to it eventually. I don't know. If I have to watch it though, not on the big screen, I'm gonna be pretty sad. But that's kind of how it's looking. So we got that west side along here. So, I don't know, do you guys see what I'm talking about? Like, I just feel like copper or that kind of shade in the lower lash line, like, it just looks kind of weird. I need something else. And I don't know if it's my skin tone, if it's the shape of my eyelid underneath or what, but I just don't love it. So that is why I'm going in with my navy. Oh, I didn't even tell you guys where the navy was coming from. I'll do that right now. The navy is coming from my personal palette that I built with ColourPop and Makeup Geek eyeshadows and one Lonely Anastasia Beverly Hills pressed shadow. So I'm gonna use this one. It's Time Travel by Makeup Geek Cosmetics. And I am going to apply that one along the lower lash line. And I just feel like it looks better. It just does than a straight copper underneath. So that's why I did the navy along the lower lash line rather than on the outer corner, which might have made more sense to some of you. And also it's just a lot less harsh than like a black color along the lower lash line. I'm curious what your favorite Marvel movies are. Mine are in order, I believe, but ask me like in a month, maybe I'll feel differently. Guardians of the Galaxy 2, Thor Ragnarok, Black Panther. Those are my top 3. And let me tell you, I do like almost all of them, except for Captain Marvel. And I know that's like so controversial. I'm the one person who doesn't like Captain Marvel. I don't know, I'm un-American, but like seriously, Captain Marvel is really boring to me and I just can't.
Okay guys, what I really meant was Captain America.
That Civil War does have like the best fight scene ever of all the movies. Except I haven't seen Captain Marvel yet, so maybe it's better, I don't know. Anyway, so that's how we're looking. We've got that peridot, the copper, and the navy, and I just think that this combination is so gorgeous. I absolutely love it. This is something, honestly, that I would probably wear again. So now I'm gonna throw on some liquid liner, some mascara, and some lashes. I will stay during that part so we can just power on through it. I will stop and say which lash I'm going to use. I am using this one right here. This is my House of Lashes lash book. And this right here is the Boudoir Light. This is the regular Boudoir. So I don't know if you can tell the difference between the two. It's just, this is a little bit wispier. So it's similar like the Iconic versus the Iconic Light. You just got a thinner, wispier, but it's still like the same size and everything. So I just wanted to try this lash out. Having already done this and worn it, it's really hard for me to decide which I like better, the Boudoir or the Boudoir Light, because they're both like gorgeous lashes and I think they fit my eye shape really nicely. So anyways, that's what I'm using today. That was that Boudoir Light. Okay, so this is how the eyes look with that Boudoir Light. I mean, like, see just how nice and wispy they are, and I think that it makes my eyes look a lot bigger. They have more of a rounded shape, as you can see. It gets a little bit longer in the center rather than doing that cat eye look, and I just think then that makes my eyes look bigger this way. Okay, so now I'm gonna move on to my face. This is gonna go pretty quick, I like to think. I am going to be using the All-Star Primer by ColourPop. I really like this primer. It's not very expensive. It's not, it doesn't like make me break out or anything. And it definitely makes my foundation stick longer. So, I mean, what more could you really ask for? Also, it's cruelty-free. I love that ColourPop is cruelty-free. A lot of their products are vegan. I think almost all of them are gluten-free as well. So they're just kind of the brand that I recommend to everyone. If anyone's like, what's your favorite brand? I'm like, oh girl, it's ColourPop. So I'm gonna use the CoverGirl, the True Blend Matte Made in L60. They recently became cruelty-free and that really excited me. So I was like, well, I gotta try them because I haven't used them because they haven't been cruelty-free yet. And I have very mixed feelings about this foundation. It's a good foundation. You're gonna see, like in a second, it gives me a nice amount of coverage, but it's so painty smelling. Like really bad. And I'm not sure I can get past that. I've got so many foundations that do not smell like I am using wall paint on my face that it's like, I think I would rather be using those. Now I will say it holds up pretty well during the day. As y'all know, I've got some oily skin, so that's why I like the matte foundations. And it does hold up pretty well. I haven't had a lot of issues with it in terms of longevity or wear. I like the finish. It's matte without being too matte. I don't know. It's not, it doesn't look cakey. I don't know. It's a perfectly fine foundation. I think it's just not wowing me enough to be able to say that I can put up with the scent, if that makes sense. Sorry, CoverGirl. This was kind of a no for me. But I'm still using it because maybe I'll like turn a corner and it'll be like, wow, this is actually incredible. And what have I've been sleeping on this. So anyways, you know. And then the next two items I'm going to use are the ColourPop No Filter Concealer. This is in shade Light 14. And then I'm also going to use the Wet n Wild Mega Glow Dual Ended Contouring Stick. Now, the Illuminate side, this is like thick, like really thick. It's kind of like putting a glue stick on your face. It doesn't blend out very nice and it doesn't look good on the skin. So I really don't ever use that side. But the contour side, oddly enough, is a completely different formulation and it's awesome. I love it. Enjoying doing the cream contour. Woo, words. Just to kind of set a base and then to top it off with the powder contour. I get it why people do it now. I just get it. And then it's also really nice too, if I don't feel like wearing a powder bronzer, then I could still get that contoured look without packing on a lot of product. So this is where I apply my highlight and contour. Depending on the shape of your face, it might not be in the exact same places, but I have a pretty round face and so I need to thin it up a little bit. I could very well apply something down here, but like, it's a lost cause at this point, kids. It's a lost cause, I just gotta exercise. Now I am pleased to report that 2019 is shaping up to be a much better year for me than 2018. We all know that I'm coming up on the, well, we don't all know, but most of us know, I think, that I'm coming up on the anniversary of my seizure, and I'm doing a lot better. It took a long time, I'm gonna be totally honest, and I feel myself getting more apprehensive as I come upon the anniversary. I know that everything is okay. I know that the doctors were able to figure out what was going on and medicate me properly, but still, you know, you just get that like, oh, I know what happened last year and it wasn't good, and you know, just kind of those feelings. So having a little bit of that, but we've been doing a lot more. We went to a basketball game, we went to a stand-up comedian, we're going to a concert on Tuesday night, we're seeing Muse, oh my gosh, I'm so excited, and I'm going to see Ben Platt with my best friend, and then in July or August, I think my husband and I are going to go see Cirque du Soleil. There are like a lot of great shows coming to town, so I'm really, really excited for all of that, and I'm really glad that I'm back at a position where I feel like I can go out and do stuff and not be so scared to leave the house. So 2019 is going a lot better. I'm going to do this Wet n Wild Color Icon Bronzer. It is in Bronze Dynasty. The first time I used it, I wasn't so sure about the color, but actually, I like it quite a bit. I just have to be pretty soft-handed with it. And I use a smaller brush. I was using like a big fluffy brush for a while, and I just felt like it was making my face too muddy. I think this is the kind of bronzer that you have to be like, kind of more specific with. That's not the word that I'm thinking of, but I think you guys know what I'm talking about. You just have to pinpoint exactly where you want it rather than just kind of fluffing the bronzer all over your face. Throw a little bit on my nose, look like I'm sun-kissed. Tease everybody into thinking that I actually go outside. No, I don't go outside. Ridiculous. And then for blush, so here's what happened. I've been watching that Marie Kondo tidying up show. I KonMari'd a bunch of my stuff. It felt really good to like KonMari my makeup. Seriously, I purged so much. But I basically left myself with these blushes and no other blushes at all. And I know what was going through my mind. I was like, oh, I don't need any more blush at all, ever, because I've got this whole blush palette. And like, yes, but also no. I'm a little bit sad with myself that I made that decision. I want more blush. I love blush. So I'm probably gonna be buying some more blush in the future. Ooh. Okay, and then I thought it would actually be really fun to take the Anastasia Beverly Hills Moonchild Glow Kit and use Lucky Clover. As you can see, it's just got a titch of green. Just a titch of green. So it's not gonna be like weird on the face, but it is going to tie in really nicely with the eye look. So I don't even know if you guys can tell that this has a green tint to it. I can definitely tell looking in the mirror, like I can see the green tint. But I'm not sure if with the lighting I have, if you can tell at all. But I just think it's really cool. I think it's a neat little, I don't use this Moonchild Glow Kit nearly enough because I get stuck just using the same highlighter over and over and over and over. And for the lipstick, I'm going to use one of my designer Disney lipsticks. It is Cinderella. It looks like this. It looks kind of pink. Like, well, it looks pretty pink in the tube. And I was nervous it was gonna be too Barbie-ish, and maybe to some of you it is Barbie-ish, but I think it's actually a really nice pink. I think it's the perfect amount of pink. If you want a pink lipstick, I really, really recommend this one. Okay, so that is this freaking look a second time, and I am not gonna delete the videos and I'm not gonna lose them. I'm gonna edit them, I'm gonna post them to the internet so they never get lost again. But anyways, I hope you guys like this look. I really had a good time filming it. I can't wait to film some more tutorials with you, especially using the fun color combinations that my friends gave me. If you guys have any color combinations that you want to suggest, please feel free to do so in the comments. I can take hundreds of them, dozens, millions of them. Probably not millions, I would never get to them, but leave your suggestions. I want to hear what you guys are interested in, what you want to see. I probably have every color that you want because I have too much makeup. And don't forget to like, subscribe, ding that bell so you can make sure you get notifications when I post a new video, and I will catch you on the flip side. Bye. That feels kind of creepy, but it's fine. Although, really, is it bad to be seen from space? Is it?